Hey everyone. So this is the continued part of the previous video where we are solving the Karnataka PGCT 2019 question paper. So the question paper totally consists of 75 questions. So up to 45 they will be common for all the branches. So up to these are the total questions, and up to 45 these are the common, and from 46 onwards up to 75 they are branch wise. So they are specifically for electronics and electrical engineering, electronics and communication engineering, instrumentation and science, and for biomedical engineering they will be different. So in my previous video I have done discussed up to 45th question. So this is the continued part of that one, we can say. So if you are a electrical and electronics engineering student, then you need to watch this video. Otherwise I have uploaded for electronics and communication, instrumentation and biomedical also. So if you are not belongs to double E branch, then you can leave this video and check the playlist, guys. You can find out your branch, that is E&C or biomedical or instrumentation. So if you are electrical engineering, then please do watch this. Okay, so 46th question is the voltage across the various discs of a string of suspension insulators having identical disc is different due to. The first one is surface leakage current, series capacitance, shunt capacitance to ground, or series and shunt capacitance to capacitance. So for correct answer for this one is the shunt capacitance to ground, that is option C will be the correct for this one. And the next question is the insulation of the modem EHV lines is obtained based on. So the first one is the lightning voltage corona, then the switching voltage, then radio interface. For this one, the correct answer will be the option C, that is the switching voltage. So this is the answer. Then 48th is back-to-back connection is used in HVDC systems too. So back-to-back connection system is used to provide a synchronous tie, provide bulk power transmission, reduced voltage drop, then improve stability. So basically it is used for provide a synchronous tie. So option A will be correct. Then next question is for stable operation of interconnected system, the passive element that can be used as the interconnecting element is. So the passive element which can be used is the one that is a reactor. So that is option C is the correct answer. Okay, so that 50th one is ACSR conductors have all conductors made of aluminum, outer conductors made of aluminum, inner conductors made of aluminum, no conductors made of aluminum. So for this one, the correct answer will be outer conductors made of aluminum. In case of ACSRs, only the outer conductors are made of aluminum. Okay, and the 51 is in a transformer, zero voltage regulation at full load is not possible. Possible at leading power factor, possible at lagging power factor, possible at unity power factor. So zero voltage regulation in transformer is possible. No, it is not possible. We can't regulate zero voltage here. So the option A will be the correct answer for this one. That is not possible at all. Now 52nd question is the voltage per turn of the primary of a transformer is dash the voltage per turn of the secondary. So same as, more than, less than, double that of secondary. So for this one the correct answer will be same as. So in case of primary and secondary, in case of transformer, the voltages will be, voltage turns ratio will be same. That is option A will be the correct answer for this one. Then 53rd is an under-excited synchronous motor behave as a resistor, an inductor, a capacitor, a thermistor. So for this one the answer will be option B, that is a inductor. So an under-excited synchronous motor will be acting as an inductor here. Then next question is when number of alternators are operating in parallel, the power factor at which each operates is determined by. So the power factor is given by power factor of a load, driving torque of the prime mover, its field excitation, then peripheral speed. So the answer for this one will be its field excitation. That is option C will be the correct answer. Then 55th is a 4-speed squirrel cage induction motor uses stator windings. So for the reason, so 4 3 1 2, so the number of spiral cage induction windings they are asking. So for this one the correct answer will be option D, that is 2 is the number which is used. Okay, then the 56th question is DC shunt motors are used in applications where the requirement is high starting torque, practically constant speed, high no load, then variable speed. So the answer for this one will be B, because practically constant speed. So this is the answer, that is B. And sheath are used in cables too, to provide proper insulation, provide mechanical strength, prevent ingress of moisture, reduce the partial discharge. So here the sheaths are used to prevent ingresses of the moisture. So option C will be correct for this question. Then for stability and economic reasons, we operate the transmission line with power angle in the range. So the angle, power angle will be 30 degree to 45 degrees. So the option D will be correct. So that is 30 degree to 45 degree we operate. Moving on further, the 59th question is, a voltage controlled bus is treated as a load bus in subsequent iteration when its first option is voltage limit is violated, active power limit is violated, reactive power limit is violated, phase angle limit is violated. So for this one, the answer will be C, because relative power limit is violated is the answer for this one. Okay, then 60th one is load flow study is carried out for. So load flow study will be carried out to system planning, basically to plan the system, how the input and output currents are going to distributed. So that is basically system planning, so to get an overview of the system. Then 61 is cyclo converter fed induction motor drive is most suitable for which one of the following. So compressor drive, machine tool drive, paper mill drive, cement mill drive. So for this one, the answer will be option B, that is machine tool drive. That is option B will be the correct. A motor armature supplied through phase controlled SCRs receives a smoother voltage shape of dash they are asking. So the answer will be the high motor speed. So that the option A will be the correct here. Then an SCR is in conducting state. A reverse voltage is applied between anode and cathode, but it fails to turn off. What could be the reason? So the options are: positive voltage is applied to the gate, the reverse voltage is small, the anode current is more than the holding current, turn off time of SCR is large. So the correct answer will be option C, the anode current is more than the holding current. So it should be less than. 64th is turn on and turn off times of transistor depends on static characteristics, junction capacitance, current gain, dynamic characteristics. So they depend on the junction capacitance. So option B will be the correct answer. Okay, so then the 65th question is, the unit protection scheme provides primary protection, backup protection, simultaneous protection, remote protection. So they will provide actually primary protection. So option A will be the correct answer for this one. Okay, so now we are in the second session, that is section 2 of the particular branch wise questions. So it is from 66 up to 75. We will be having 10 questions here, then each will be carrying 2 marks, so it will be of total 20 marks. So this is the last session of PGCET question paper, you can say. So the questions are, the 66th one is, an 8-pole DC generator has a simple wave wound armature containing 32 coils of 8 turns each. Its flux per pole is 0.06 Weber. The machine is running at a 250 rotations per minute. The generated voltage is, so we have to calculate this, and when you solve this one, we will be getting the generated voltage which will be equal to 384 volts. So option C will be the correct answer for this one. Then 67th is, the current drawn by a 120 volt DC motor with backup EMF of 110 volt and armature resistance of 0.4 ohm is, so that the answer for this one will be equal to 25 ampere. So that is option B is correct here. Then the 68th question is, a relay is connected to a 400 by 5 ampere current transformer and set for 150%. The primary fault current of 2400 ampere needs a plug setting multiplier of. So it needs a plug setter multiplier of 4. That is option B will be the correct answer for this one. Then 69th question is, the zero sequence current of a generator for line to ground fault is J 2.4 pico unit. So then the current through the neutral during the fault is, so for this one the answer will be C, that is 7.2 pico unit. Then 70th one is a power station has a maximum demand of 2500 kilowatt and number of kilowatts generated per year are 45 into 10 to the power 5. The load factor is, so they are asking for load factor and it is equal to the 20.5% here. That is option A will be correct for this question. Okay, now 71 question is what is the approximate value of the surge impedance loading of a 400 kilovolt three phase 50 hertz overhead single circuit transmission line? So for this one, the answer will be which is equal to option 4, that is 400 megawatt is the answer. So option D will be correct here. Then 72, a 10 pole 25 hertz alternator is directly coupled to and is driven by 60 hertz synchronous motor. What are the number of poles for the synchronous motor? So they are asking for number of poles and it will be equal to 24 in this case. So option B will be the correct answer. Then 73, what is the operating slip of a 400 volt 50 hertz 6 pole 3 phase induction motor while the speed is 936 rotations per meter with a 400 volt 48 hertz 3 phase supply? So for this one the correct answer will be 0.025, that is option C will be correct. And the last bit 2 question is 4 kilovolt per ampere 400 volt per 400 volt into 4 divided by 200 volt single phase transformer has resistance of, so this is basically primary and secondary voltages. 400 by 200 volt means, okay. Then transformer has a resistance of 0.02 pico unit, then and a reactance of 0.06 pu. The resistance and reactance refer to high voltage side R. For this one, the high voltage resistance and reactances will be 0.8 ohm and 2.4 ohm. Then the last question of this paper is what is the load at which maximum efficiency occurs in case of a 100 kilo volt transformer with iron loss of 1 kilowatt and full load copper loss of 2 kilowatts? So they have given two losses and they are asking for the maximum load capacity. Then it will be equal to the 70.7 kilo, that is option D will be the correct answer. So this is all about how we can solve the or the possible questions which are asked in the Karnataka PGCT 2019 and the correct answer for all the questions I have provided. So I hope you like this video. Please guys share with your friends, and if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you. Thanks for watching guys.